Hello, my name is the Fireman, and welcome to a new Let's Play on Folley Hill Farm. This is going to be our old school Let's Play, like an old time Let's Play. We're going to be using the old time DLC and a couple of others, but oh, just hit my computer with my phone. Tomorrow is the release of American Truck Sim, which I really am going to play. I'm really going to get. But anyway, Folley Hill is a nice small yard, as you can see. There is literally not too much to this map, but I do enjoy playing on it. But first of all, we'll have a quick tab around. So here's the... This would be an international in real life, but it's a red lizard in the game. Here's the green one, which is a 6-cylinder. Lizard combine. I'm assuming this would be like a class dominator in real life or something like that. Probably not, but we're going to get rid of all of these equipment because I have got a whole list of mods that are available for us to use. We're playing on normal, but I've made it so cosplay takes wages and stuff, so we will be losing money here and there. But so we want to go these two combine. This is one of the combines we're going to get. We'll get a 1,700 litre tank. Now we have to get the smallest header. There's no doubt about it. Nope, that's a fucking off big one. Cutter 300. This is 3 meters, 4 meters, and 6. 6 meters won't fit. 4 meters struggles but will, and 3 meters is perfect. Because there's actually a field with a really tight gateway that you struggle like hell to get in. Now, I'm going to go off and buy the Farmwall 300. It's not a British thing. It's not a British tractor, but this Let's Play isn't going to be just stock British. It's because there's not just anything that's stock British. There's lots of other stuff that's all mingled in. So that's 4,500 to buy. Now this tractor can't actually do any ploughing or anything like that because it doesn't have a 3-point. But it will be useful for pulling trailers like this one, which is the trailer that they came with the pack with. If we go back into mods, into tractors, sorry, and we scroll across, this is the old time DLC. So as you see, we have all of these tractors. We will be buying one of these at some point because we actually need one with a 3-point on. I also want to get this John Deere Model A that I've got. I think it's a Model A. Yeah, John Deere Model A here. But for now, we're going to go for something in here. We could go for the £20,000 one, which is 75 HP, which would pull ploughs and stuff quite happily. But that only leaves us with £1,000 left. And we don't really need a tractor at this moment in time because we don't have any other implements. So this combine is nice. The problem with it is it gets stuck incredibly easy, so you have to sort of wiggle it. Now I don't want to put... I've got drive control on, but I'm not going to put it in 4-wheel drive. So if I get stuck, I get stuck. I have to either get something to come pull me out or reset it, but I don't want to put it in 4-wheel drive. Only tractors that have 4-wheel drive can go into 4-wheel drive in real life, so that's all that's going to be said. Now we're going to harvest the field up here, which is just... I was going to harvest this really awkward one here, but it's quite a difficult challenge to get in and out. So, oh, this road's a bit bumpy. So I think if we get... Actually, no, we'll go for that one and work our way backwards. Now, this combine is beautiful because you can just about see over the back, and you have 2 little mirrors on the side, so you can just about see when you're going to hit something. I've got something in my shoe. No, I haven't. It's my trouser. Oh well, I'll fix it after the video. Now I do want to try and crack out a couple of these. This idea wasn't my idea. This was suggested to me by Hayden and... what's his name? Oh, if I ever think of his name. If I ever think of his name, we're just going to quickly jump out and jump back in. I had to quickly jump out because my mouse is playing up. Okay. Now we shouldn't be dropping many frames. I have been around this map on record just to see what frames it will drop. Now as you can see, this wheel just keeps spinning because it's like, I think the game only thinks it's a rear wheel drive, like one wheel drive. Now this gateway might be easier if we went in backwards. There are actually some gateways that are easier to tackle backwards than they are forwards. It's weird, but it's true. If I ever get his bloody name right. Kieran Brennan, that's his name, I think. Yeah, I've just read it off my Skype, and that's what I think it says to me. So him and Hayden suggested the idea to me. I think Nick suggested it as well. I can't really remember. But yeah, I had a lot of people suggest it. I'm not going to stay in cab, and I'm tabbing out, like going out constantly just to make things easier for myself. Because this isn't on hard, this is not a complete Let's Play. Well, I tell you, going in backwards is a lot easier. Now this field is awkward. It's awkward as fuck. Yes, we're going to destroy a bit of crop, but I'm not too bothered. Now we're just going to leave the combine here and fire up our farm. Well, come on, Gil, fire up. That's it. Good Gil. So as you can see, there's no 3-point. Now this was on a mod website, and it was a couple of pages in, but I can't remember what website. And it's quite quick, to say the least. It does motor. Well, for an old girl, that is. It does go along quick, but and it stops fast as well. So yeah, so this is a tractor. The John Deere's coming on, that Model A. A couple of others. We're going to get a couple out the old time pack. A lot of equipment is going to be out that old time pack. We're going to get cows and stuff. We can't do bales for the cows. We're going to have to do it all with a loading wagon because they only do conventional balers in this pack, which is pretty true for around the time of what I want to set this to. Because I don't think they ever did round balers at this time. It was all just squares. Right, so if we leave her there, we're going to leave her running. Leave it warming up. It's a lot easier leaving it running because it has such a long start-up sound. Oh yeah, I need to unfold that. So 7 is a sunroof like this, which we're going to have, and X is to unfold it. We could, let's just... So 7 puts that roof thing on, 8 puts the covers on, and as you can see, all the wheels are spinning, and the belts as well. So that's what makes it a brilliant combine as well. I remember, I think I had this in FS13 as well. Now we're not going to worry about where the straw goes and stuff, because there isn't really a worry that you need to have. It's not something that I really care about either, because I can just windrow it up. Now we are still on a solid 60 frames. There might be a little juddering here and there, but this map is very well detailed, and it's a lot of stuff crammed into a very small area. So you've got to give it some credit that it can run it at 60 and not judder as much as I thought it would. So we've got 21,000. We may purchase a couple of machines just to get it underway, but I do want to try and get a tractor as soon as possible that has a 3-point. Some of you might argue I could have just bought that straight away and that would have been the first one, but I do like that farmer. It's so nice. I mean, it's an American tractor, but I just like it. It's such a nice little mod as well. It was hidden in a mod page like quite far down the list. So let's just wait for this straw to come off. So, but I think if you just type that in for FS15, it should come straight up. But yeah, so we're going to get the fingerbar mower. We're never going to go in that big field, really, with the fingerbar mower. Unless I get 3 or 2 of them and have them running on course play then I don't think we're ever going to go in that field, just because the sheer size of it, and we'd only ever have to do it for silage. Now this old time pack luckily has a front loader which we can use. It has a muck spreader, slurry tanker, water spouts, it has everything. So we don't have to really use any other mods apart from them. I mean, you can't really, there isn't that many old things that have actually come out for small maps like this, but I reckon that tractor there's the nicest. Well, the John Deere Model A is nice, but it's not as fuel. It doesn't drink as much fuel. To say it is a petrol engine, it doesn't drink what you think a petrol engine would drink. It'll probably do, I could probably do 50 episodes on this, and I'd probably never have to refuel it. Even if I did make it go out mowing and stuff like that. Now, it's only 18, that John Deere's only 18 horsepower, so it's not, if we buy it, it's just going to be a turning tractor, or maybe even a mowing and stuff like that. So it isn't going to be getting much use throughout the winter months. It may even go on the muck spreader and the slurry tanker every once in a while, but no. Oh, saved it. There is a dip in this field on that very corner, and if you fall down there with this thing, you have to put it in 4-wheel drive to get it out. So I didn't want to go down there. But as if you can see, no you can't, there's a big canola field just next to the farm. Now the reason I've left that running is it's a lot easier just to jump in and out, and that thing doesn't use that much fuel either, so they're quite fuel efficient, to say how old they are. I have got a couple of other tractors I could use. I've got a Fordson and that big Caterpillar tractor, but I don't really feel like using them because they don't. For one, the Fordson's only 14 horsepower, so it can't really power anything. I think the lowest thing in this pack is 10 horsepower. So we're gonna get a plough, the old time plough, and all sorts. So this Let's Play is gonna be quite good, I should say. It's gonna be, how should I put this? If you like old time equipment, this is going to be the Let's Play for you, because we're not going to use anything modern. It's all old school, so there's no feeders involved, there's nothing. We will have to, I'm just going to check something in the game. I'm just going to make sure that does accept silage before I get too cocky and say that I'm just going to use that to accept silage, and it doesn't, when it does. Done. Now we're not going to go into sheep because they require pallet forks to lift the pallets up, and the old time pack doesn't have pallet forks. So we are not going to go into that. Otherwise we'd have to buy a modern tractor to do it. Now you could say, oh, but you're not sticking to one time period, because the Farm World is like a 1950s tractor, the Model A's like a 1980 or something. Well, not 1980. But I'm not sticking to one period because there is no way you could do it. There's no way you could stick to like the 50s in this game. You wouldn't. There wouldn't be anything to say that you could do it, because there's not enough mods really. Whereas if I just say I'm going to branch out into all sections of it, then. Now the reason I went for the one with a smaller tank, it was, I just don't know, I like the smaller tanks on them. So it is humming away. Now if you hear that cultivation sound, it's meant to be the trailer rattles. Like there's actually a mod that makes it sound like when it's empty the trailer rattles and stuff and bounces. But it just sounds like a cultivator. Right, there we go. No, let's just leave her on. So the old school Let's Play's kicking off. That looks really cool actually. Don't worry, everything else is going to carry on. So the multiplayer game, Sandy Bay, which Sandy Bay I'm not kicking too many videos out because I don't want to get the map. I don't want to play on the map too much that I find it boring, so I'm doing like it in short bursts, play it for a bit, record the video, then go off, record the video, and play it and stuff. So it's not, we're not going into short bursts all the time. Well, we're going short bursts, not playing it for a very long time, I should say. But this map is going to be everything. I'm not really going to do anything off screen because the fields are so small. You could probably do them in an episode or whatever. So if like the next video comes up and I'm still doing the exact same thing, that's because I'm not doing anything off screen. The only time I might do a bit off screen is if I'm rendering a video and I'm still able to play, but normally it lags the game quite a bit, so I never normally do it. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped for American Truck Sim tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow, so I could pre-order it tonight and wait for the midnight release if it comes out at midnight, which would be pretty good. Then I could kick out another video. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get this video rendered and uploaded before my brother gets home. So if American Truck Sim does come out, I can put that up at about 1 in the morning and get her gone. Right, what are we on? 16 minutes. 16 minutes is not bad. So we need to get a mower, a turner, a rake, a plough, cultivator, seeder, spray, fertilizer spreader, manure thing. Can't remember its name. Manure spreader, slurry tanker, and something else. Tractors, that's it. Now I don't want to have more than 4 tractors. That doesn't include the loader, so I don't want. So we'll end up with 5 We'll end up with 5 tractors because we'll have the loader. But so we've got another 3 tractors to pick from because we've still got the farm one. So we're definitely going to have the loader, and then we've got another 3 tractors to pick from. Now I do want something that's quite high in horsepower to run the plough and cultivator and do all the groundwork. So I think we're going to go for that 75 horsepower tractor, and the other 2 tractors, I want to get a John Deere. I most definitely want to get the John Deere because that's actually a really nice tractor. It's not brilliantly made because I think it's just a straight conversion, but it's nice. It really works well, to be fair. So it only does 9 miles an hour, which is not too bad. So we're on day 1 of the old school Let's Play. And the reason I'm doing the fields myself, they're so small. They're just tiny. There'd be no point putting cosplay on these or doing anything else. Now there is a field where we may have to use 4-wheel drive, and that's the field just over there, because as you can see, the brow of that hill, at the bottom end of it, just as before you climb it, is if you're going up this side of the field. When you hit that hill, it lifts the front and stops the wheels from turning, from actually being on the floor. I haven't tried going the other way yet, and I don't want to because that means the pipe would be on the inside, so I'd have to keep reversing. But I'm going to give that way a go. If that way works better, then we won't have to use 4-wheel drive, but if it doesn't, then the only way to do it would be 4-wheel drive, because I can't manually move the head up and down. Ooh, 74%. So yeah. What's gonna happen? Multiplayer game. I'm gonna try and get the multiplayer game recorded tonight. So that'll be episode 3. Which is not bad, but thank you for nearly 1,200 subscribers. It's we're flying up there now. We are really motoring. I've noticed in the past couple of weeks we've been motoring along in subscribers. So thank you all so much for them. What else? So yeah, American Truck Sim. We're gonna play that. Most definitely gonna play that. this, I don't know when we're going to upload. I don't know when this is going to fit in the schedule, but, you know. I know we've got the multiplayer game to play. And Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay is only on, like, episode 4, so I really need to crack some more episodes on that. Before it gets to a point where I just never go near it. But yeah, I did check quite a lot of websites before I started this Let's Play to try and find some old stuff. This is where I found this. This was on Mod Hub. The old pack is a free DLC off Giants. Old time DLC. What else? So yeah, that's where you can find pretty much all the mods that we're going to be using. Not on the official website, but a lot of it is going to be the DLC Giants stuff. Which means it will be able to... What's it? Which means we'll be able to, which means it'll have dirt skins and stuff, so it'll actually look quite good. Oh shit, I'm full again. Full again. That's got a dirt skin on it, I think. I don't think it's got one on the wheels though. I think it's got, I don't know whether it's got one on the body, I should say. So as you can see, this thing has used no fuel and it's been on tick over for nearly 21 minutes. So in that time it should have used at least a bit. Do your pipe. The gauges look pretty cool. So there's choke, your tachometer, so that's your revs and stuff. Cold water, cold, run, hot, oil, charge. Let's leave it on. Who doesn't like leaving stuff on? So yeah, I'm gonna probably finish this field on this on screen, and then we'll sell that grain, and that'll be it. And then I'm probably just gonna kick out the next episode, so, which will probably be the next field to harvest, and maybe buying a few other stuff. But I want to try and get a good bunch of these recorded, just so if I haven't got anything to throw up on the channel, like multiplayer games and stuff, at least I'll have some of these to throw up, because I've got a day off, so I've finished all my digging work. Right, so let's empty this combine. So we're gonna need to get a windrow. A windrow and stuff. Right, so let's turn that off. Let's take this and empty it, and then we'll end the video once we've emptied it, just to see how much money we actually get. Now I don't want to store it just yet, because we're trying to save up for some stuff, so we need as much money as we can get. Go. Go, little international. These things would look... I've never seen one of these in real life. I mean, a three-wheeled, well, four-wheeled international, like a row crop thing. Like this. I've never seen one in real life before. We don't have that many over here. I don't think we've got any over here. But you see them a lot in America, I reckon. How much we get for that? £2,208. So that's not too bad. So anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more today. And I shall see all of you in the next episode. Happy farming. Bye bye.